Congratulations, you've made it through the full 12 weeks. Think of yourself as on the threshold of unparalleled success. To completely overcome your former weight challenge, you have to know exactly where you started. Do you remember the moment you were standing in the aisle of the bookstore or in the airport, or maybe you were sitting at home? You have thought about your weight a million times and how you tried to lose weight a million wrong ways. You were wondering, maybe, just maybe, there's something for you. Then you were introduced to the TLS Weight Loss Solution. And with the TLS Weight Loss Solution, you realize that you're able to fully and completely reverse your history and negative momentum and completely break the cycle of living with a weight problem. You are now thinking, behaving, and acting differently. Although it may have been difficult at first, you have discovered that with each passing day, as you eat for health and nourishment, your addiction for refined sugars grow weaker. You find that you're not craving junk food because it's out of your system, both physically and psychologically. You love the taste of real food again, and you're not eating whole bags of cookies, and you're actually eating when you're hungry and not when you're bored. You're starting to know what it's like not to suck in your stomach or camouflage your thighs. You're starting to love your body and live in it comfortably. But more importantly, as your waistline decreases, you will take on a renewed, more enjoyable way to be in the world. You're going to enjoy life now and live to your absolute fullest in your later years. A whole clear, glorious life lies before you. As you measure in, you may be elated or a little frustrated depending on your results. However, realize the progress you have made. Examine how you're feeling physically and mentally. Oh sure, the tape measure may show a smaller waist, but go back to week 1 evaluations of how you felt and what you wanted to accomplish. Revel in your progress and regroup to continue forward. If you're not as elated as you want to be about your results thus far, ask yourself, did you journal regularly? What about your exercise? Did you make sure you were eating protein and fiber at every meal, including your snacks? Did you drink 8 to 10 8-ounce glasses of water a day minimum? Did you take your accelerators? Did you take your accelerators consistently and correctly? Did you have an occasional cheat? If so, how often? If you can answer yes to all these questions except for the last 2, I think it's pretty safe to say you're on your way to weight loss success. Remember, you don't gain weight overnight and it doesn't come off overnight.
Although TLS Weight Loss Solution is a solution to permanently lose body fat, it's also a solution to achieve a complete, healthier lifestyle. For the past 12 weeks, you have been exercising daily, ditched the soda for water, and brought healthy fruits and vegetables back to the center of your plate. So now that you did your final weigh-in and measurements 12 weeks later, maybe you didn't reach your goal. You might be asking yourself, well, was it even worth it? Of course the answer is yes. Although you may not have reached your final goal yet, there are also other changes happening in your body and mind that you cannot ignore. After the first few days of deciding to live a healthier lifestyle, you may have noticed a change in your energy level, stress level, quality of sleep, and overall feeling about yourself. Hopefully you are journaling these throughout the last 12 weeks. Go back and read what you wrote on how you were feeling. Your body and mind have been through a lot of little changes, one at a time, throughout the last few months. So you might not notice the drastic differences or accomplishments you have made. Rereading these will help you stay motivated and remind you to appreciate all the improvements you are seeing, no matter how big or small. Continuing to take stock in your energy level, stress level, sleep quality, and self-esteem is important to your healthier lifestyle. It will allow you to notice trends and patterns very quickly so that you can tweak your plan for optimal results. Notice how your eating habits may sway a bit more on high-stress days, or how you sleep better when you exercise in the morning. All this will help you to appreciate the small achievements you continue to make, like feeling more confident when you exercise regularly. Continuing to journal until you achieve your goal is a sure way to stay on track. On top of your normal journaling, we suggest you record your wellness measurements on a daily basis.
Here are some tips for assessing your daily wellness. 1. Check your energy level. On a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, how's your energy level today? Do you feel full of vigor and ready to tackle the challenges of the day? Being 5. As if you can barely drag yourself out of bed, being 1, or somewhere in between. Many factors can affect your energy. How much you slept the night before, how stressed are you, whether you're exercising regularly, and the quality of your eating habits. 2. Check your stress level. On a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, how would you rate your stress level today? Do you feel like you're about to bite someone's head off, being 5, like everything rolls off your back, being 1, or something in the middle? Stress affects more than the quality of your life. It can contribute to many health challenges on top of hindering your weight loss. Use the tips and techniques mentioned earlier to address this. 3. Assess your quality of sleep. On a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, how well did you sleep last night? Do you feel well rested when you woke up this morning, being 5? Did you toss and turn all night and feel terrible today because of it, being 1, or something in the middle? Like stress, poor sleep can lead to a host of other health challenges, from weight gain to a suppressed immune system. Refer back to the tips and suggestions mentioned earlier if sleep tends to be an issue for you. 4. How's your self-esteem? On a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, how good do you feel about yourself today? Do you feel confident and self-assured like a rock star, being 5, like you don't matter and there's nothing good about you, being 1, or something in the middle? Your self-esteem goes hand in hand with a healthy lifestyle. If you don't think you're worthy, then you can lose your motivation to make the right choices. When you feel like you're worthwhile, you're more likely to make the best possible choices to care for yourself. It isn't easy to go from chronically low self-esteem to high confidence, but it is possible, especially when you look back and where you started just 12 short weeks ago and how far you've come.
Even though you have gone through weeks of reminders that the number on the scale is not the best indicator of your health, you might still find yourself referring back to it out of habit. It's easy to get caught up in what the number says. But remember, a much better way to measure their health and wellness is by the measurements of a tape measure, body fat scale, how your clothes fit, how you look in the mirror, and the daily wellness measurements just mentioned. If needed, measure, monitor, and adjust. Look at where you may have had some weak moments. Reassessing your goals, making sure that you're being realistic. Realistic in what you can achieve with the time, resource available, and the effort you're able to put forth. Once you have reached your goal, understand the 80-20 rule. Eat, live, and move the TLS life 80% of the time. Don't stray into bad actions more than 20% of the time. Remember, the energy and life that you bring to each day begins with the nutrition that enters your body. Now that you've learned and lived the lifestyle, remember, your life is a journey, not a destination. So though this week is graduation, it is actually the first chapter of the rest of your life. Take this information you've learned and continue to apply it each day of your life. Be sure to document your progress both in numbers and in pictures and send it to the TLS main office. Motivate and help others through your success.